Okay, so you own or manage a hotel, and hotel as in bar, you know, having a few beers and wines, maybe snack bar or restaurant, typical hotel. So therefore you're thinking, okay, well, this looks good, but how do we do it? Because I understand that if you buy a refrigerator for $1,000 and I'm getting the holidays for $97, that represents like a 10% discount and it's worth doing it. But how do we do it when people are buying drinks and even food perhaps at your restaurant or cafe, but it's a smaller ticket line? I'm glad you asked, because that's why I'm here, to tell you how to do it. Okay, so let's say it's a traditional hotel. People are having, buying from the bar a beer, a bottle of wine, they're going to the cafe or snack bar, having a steak or whatever it may be. Really, really simple. You would run our loyalty program. It's absolutely built for the hospitality business. And so you would say, okay, my average expenditure at the moment across the bar is, let's say, $23. I don't know what it is for your hotel, but I know if I actually go and have a drink with Gail, my wife, I might have a beer and she might have a glass of wine. It comes in around about $21 or $22. And you might say, okay, well, you know, we would like to get that average spend, if it's $22, up to $30. Okay, well, this is the promotion to do that for you. You then would say, okay, for every $30 that you spend across the bar in my hotel, I will give you a vacation certificate. And you'll see that on the screen at the moment. It's about the size of a $5 note. So your staff beyond the bar would pull one of these out and give it to someone when they spend $30. So for every $30 in that one transaction, they get one of these vacation certificates. If they spent $60, they get 2. If they spent $90, they get 3, and so forth, all right? And what they do then is go back to their seat and, you know, on their phone, go to the web address that we give them on the back of that certificate, or they wait till they get home and they register their unique code. There's a unique code on the back of each one of those certificates. And once they've done that, they've got a point. And when they do that, let's say 30 times, so they spend $30, they get 1 point. And if they save up 30 points, which means that they've spent 30 times $30, they get a free holiday. Simple as that. It's that easy. Why can you afford to do that? Well, because they've just spent $900. 30 times $30, they've spent at least $900 with you across the bar, and you've decided to give back approximately 10%. Now look, $97 as a percentage of 900, I think is about 11%. So for what is equivalent to being 11% discount, you've just kept someone very sticky coming back and being loyal to your hotel. That's the whole idea of this. The whole idea of this is, like any loyalty program, is to keep people sticky and coming back to your hotel instead of having a few drinks with you on Monday and going somewhere else on Wednesday. This could be rocket fuel in terms of customer loyalty for your business. And by the way, we're collecting a database for you at the same time, possibly for the first time ever. There's a lot of hotels, a lot of restaurants, a lot of cafes, a lot of people in the hospitality game that don't do what Amazon have done. They don't collect any data. So what this does for you is, you know, collect that. We do it all for you. You don't have to worry about it. When they go to that web page to actually put their details and, of course, their unique codes in, then we've captured their details first time out. They don't have to keep on putting their name in every time. It's auto-populated when they come back, but you get the database. We provide you with the database. So you can imagine how valuable that'll be to text and email your database, perhaps for the first time. Now, if you have a restaurant, cafe or snack bar as part of your hotel, then happy days, because the same thing works, the same principle. For every $30 that they spend in the one transaction, they get one of these holiday certificates. And when they save up X number of those holiday certificates, I've said 30, by the way, you might want to go with 40, it's entirely up to you. You might want to change the spend requirement to $50. In terms of your restaurant, you might say, look, for every $50 you spend at the restaurant, we will give you one of these vacation certificates, which means 1 point. And then when you save up X number of points, you get the holiday. So my view is, it's entirely up to you to work the mathematics out that work for you. But my view is that if I asked most hotel operators, owners, would they be willing to give up a 10% discount if we could substantially increase the sales for their business by, you know, I guess improving loyalty, I think they'd all put their hand up. You probably would too. In the world that we live in with Groupon giving up 50%, I think anyone would say, yeah, if you can double my business and all I've got to do is give up a 10% discount, I'll do that every day of the week. Well, all you do is the mathematics to make sure that the way that you run this is equivalent to giving back a 10% discount. It's just that you're turning the 10% discount into a Happy Meal toy from heaven for adults. We're talking about holidays in locations like the Gold Coast, Sydney, Melbourne, it goes on. It is insane, and I know that if I was in the hospitality business, this thing here I would see as being an incredible way to keep customers sticky, to keep customers loyal, coming back and back to my hotel. Now, one of the things that would be going through your mind right now is, oh yeah, but if my bartender hands out one of these certificates to one of their friends, I mean, how are you going to police that? I can't. But that would be like Woolworths never running their Lion King toy promotion, or Coles never running any of these continuity promotions because they're worried about the girl at the checkout handing out an extra Lion King toy to a customer. I mean, the Lion King thing ran at Woolworths some time back, and we've got a few little grandchildren these days that are little babies. They're 2 and 3 years of age, 4 years of age. And I know my wife Gail, when she went through Woolworths a couple of times, the lady said to her, look, here's another, she might have had the grandchild 3-year-old with her at the time, here's another Lion King toy. Now, for the amount of times that it happens, get over it. Woolworths call it collateral damage, and I know that because I used to be in the national marketing role of Woolworths, so I know what I'm talking about. For God's sake, don't ignore doing this promotion because you're worried about a few of your staff handing out a certificate here, there and everywhere when they shouldn't. That's going to happen. It's called collateral damage, for goodness sake. And for the minuscule number of those that cheat, you've got the maximum of your staff doing the right thing. If you decide not to do this because of that, then yeah, you're certainly living with the glass half empty sort of attitude. I just look upon any of these things. Is it absolutely perfect? Well, of course not. Nothing is perfect. But I tell you what, if you decide not to do it because you think, oh, well, little Susie's going to hand out a few of these certificates to her friends, you're missing out on a massive opportunity to increase your trade. The reason I'm being a little bit serious about that, when normally I'm not, is because I just go nuts when I see people who tend to be left-brained go, oh, let's work out a way why this can't work. You're going to find that, yes, there will be some collateral damage where one of your staff will flick a few of these to their friends, but that's life. Get over it. I think you must look at the other side of it, of what this can do for the majority of your customers, and you'll probably find the majority of your staff are just fair and good people. Okay, I'll leave it at that. If you are interested in moving forward, you know what to do.